Hello everyone, it's Dean. I'm doing this reluctantly. I am sick and tired of this whole, nonsense around the aftermath of the court case regarding the police officer who shot Chris Kaba. Chris Kaba, by all evidence that is um, becoming apparent, was a bit of a shit. He was a bit of a shit. Let's not sort of like make two bones about it. He was a bit of a shit. Sure, his family felt for him and grieved their loss. But you look at the evidence that has come out since the court case where the police officer was rightly found not guilty. And I'm not a big fan of police, but he was found rightly not for not being guilty of the murder of Chris Kaba. Chris Kaba, by all accounts, and if you look at the video footage from the nightclub in question, there was 3 people in that nightclub who had guns, and yet the club itself, when I saw the footage, had which I don't have a problem with, had predominantly black people in it. Imagine the outcry if any one of those people had got shot in the crossfire, but from these 3 people. You'd all be kicking off. All of you. Right? Care more about those people who would have been shot who were not criminals rather than Chris Kaba, who is a bit of a criminal. Right? If you go around behaving the way Chris Kaba did, then you're going to get the attention of armed police. And rightly so. And if you get shot, good riddance. Let's not have any sympathy. Now let's talk about Peter Lynch, who had no convictions. He was in his 50s or 60s or whatever? No convictions whatsoever. And he got convicted for saying the truth about the corruption in our politics. And that was an arrestable offence. He didn't show any violence. He didn't act in any way that was criminal or immoral. Now, he said words that only the liberal, racist left didn't like. Right? Let's be honest. It was the liberal, racist left that are the problem in this country, and they're the ones that want you in prison if you say anything they don't like. Right? Let's be honest. The biggest problem in this country right now is the actual left. No two ways about it. If you want to see the racism coming out of this country, look to the left. Look at them. They are baiting everybody. They'll call you racist when you're not. They'll call you this, that, and other. They'll frame people within the community. It's like those 2 lads at the airport who broke the nose of the police officer and was attacking the police officer first, not afterwards. They were the instigators of the violence, the 2 Asian lads, and not one of them have been charged and are actually being made to be accountable for their actions. So let's talk. So if we're going to talk about racism, let's say, why have they not been arrested and charged? You're all going to say, oh, but the police officer kicked her in the head. Rightly bloody so, in my opinion. You're going to go around breaking the nose of a female, of which is an officer. You're going to be violent, and you're going to do all this violence upon the police officers. What do you expect? And then they're supposed to act in accordance with certain rules. But ultimately, they're only human. If you're under a threat, you have the right to defend yourself. And those 2 Asian lads should be strung up in a prison right now. I don't give a shit if you have an opinion about me. You can call me all the words you want. But in actual fact, the liberal left in this country are the true racists. This cancel culture that we have in the UK and in various countries in the Western world literally is the most racist, toxic crap you can imagine. They don't want you to say, actually, we hold you up to a certain standard morally, rather than based in, and that's regardless of the fact that you may be black, white, Asian, whatever. You know, we don't care about your ethnicity. We believe in a moral standard by which you say, you know what, this is a standard to achieve for, and if you can't do that, that responsibility falls upon you to be accountable for. If you don't like that, tough shit. Quite frankly, the liberal left in this country and in many countries such as America and Europe are the real problem. They might say all these, you know, they might have all these sociology style degrees that are utterly useless in the real world. You know, in the real practical world, I'd rather have someone who's qualified to be a doctor. That's a real qualification. A nurse, a real qualification. A chemist. You know, all these medical degrees that actually serve a purpose in the UK and around the world. These are valued, you know, engineers that know how to, you know, do things that actually have real world applications. These are valid, you know, degrees. Electricians, gas engineers. All these people have valid qualifications, not some sort of liberal left degree in some sort of like, you know, pointless thing that has no real application that benefits society. Nothing. All these people are just the worst half-wits you can imagine. Indoctrinated, not educated. And they're the ones kicking off saying that Chris Kaba is a victim. When he's not. He's never been a victim. He's been a criminal, let's be honest. If you behave the way that Chris Kaba behaved, you're going to get in the position where you're either in prison or, in his case, dead. And rightly so. Let's have more criminals off the street, please. And I'm so glad he's no longer on the street. But from the evidence I've seen, I'm glad he's no longer on the street. I make no apology in saying this. You know, society is better off without him. Let's be honest. Alright, no two ways about it. That said, I'm going to log off because I could talk about this for hours. But let's just say Chris Kaba, held in high regard. Peter Lynch, nothing. And the media said nothing. They don't acknowledge this. And one of them was a career criminal and the other one wasn't. You know? So let's be honest. Anyway, look forward to liberal left racists leaving comments saying I'm this, that, and other. But hey, you know, I'll leave the comments open. I won't stop people commenting. But let's be honest. I'm going to shut off. I couldn't give two hoots. I was going to say something else. I won't give two hoots as to losing a vile man in the case of Chris Kaba, who was not a good character at all. Now, we want me to judge him on the character of his, the content of his character. I'm glad to do that. But you guys want to claim I'm judging on the ethnicity of his skin. But in actual fact, you liberal lefts are the real racists. But anyway, have a good day, guys. There you go.